Okay guys, now we'll be moving to this part of our screen. Let's navigate to our Xcode project. And in this case, as you see that we will be using a text field, but if you can notice that these text fields, they are not standard text field. So this is a little bit customized and updated design for to create and to duplicate the exactly same text field. We will be using a special technique and a special way of doing so. Okay, so let's now move. So first of all, I will try to show it to you. So this is a text field. We can drag this text field and let's stretch it. So this is how basically the text field, a standard text field, looks like. Okay, but in this case, we will be using one trick. We will be definitely using two text fields, but we will use these text fields in a separate view. Okay, so what I will do is I will delete this one for a while. I will search for UI view. This is the one, this is the object that I need. UI view, it's a simple object which is just a view or just a container to store some objects. I will drag this UI view in order to make it just a little bit visible. I will go to Attribute Inspector and I will just for a meantime change its background. Okay, so this is a UI view which we will be using. Okay, so I'll just stretch it till the end. Or let's do it like this. So if you click Alt button, it will show you the pixels difference or gaps distance to another object. Okay, so this is how we will be using it. So this is a UI view, and inside of this UI view we will be using a text field. So select a text field and drag it inside this our text fields view, I would call it. So this is a first one, and that one will be a second one for the password. Something like this. Okay, so you can see here the difference, 8 pixels left, right, and 15 down, and the same here, 8 left, right, 15 down, and between them 8 pixels gap. Okay, so but we don't want our text fields to look like these standard text fields. Okay, let's configure it. I'll select a text field. I will select text, we will keep plain. So here you can write a text, so which will be kept always. I won't do that. So font here, let's use a custom one, Helvetica Neue. Okay, and here alignment will keep. The placeholder, I will write a login. Placeholder means before you type a text, so it will show you some placeholder for a blank text field. So we can write here login, background picture, we won't use anything. And the border style is very interesting. So here Apple has created for us some standard borders which we can use in our app. So we can try that one. No, it doesn't look the same. That one, it does not as well. And we will just remove the borders. So we see that now it's invisible. This is exactly what we want. So clear button means whenever you start typing the text in the text field. So here we want a button to be appeared while editing. So we will write here appears while editing. Okay, so we will go further. Here are the main details related to the keyboard. And that's it. In order to make it visible, I will change the background to the white color. Okay, so now it looks visible. The same we will do with our password text field. Okay, I select the password text field, that is the one. I will go to the top, attribute inspector. Text, we don't want to have any text inside. The font, we will keep it a custom one, which is a Helvetica Neue used by the Facebook. And here the placeholder, we will write password. Okay, we won't use a background image. And the border, we don't want to any border be there, and clear button appears while editing. Okay, so another thing, so this is related to the keyboard and the typing itself. Here we will use secure text entry. So secure text entry means whenever the text we type, it will not display it. Okay, so it is now secure text entry. And the background color, for us to let it easy to work, I will select white. Later on we'll be changing this background color, so don't worry about this. We're just keeping it in order to see the objects in it. Okay, so now we have created these text fields. You must be having the same gaps on the top, left, right, and bottom. Okay, so we have now finished with text fields. We'll go now to the button. Let's find a button object. We'll simply write here button and we drag it. So we place a button here and we will drag it the same as on the screenshot. Okay, so in this case we select the button and we go to attribute inspector. Here its default type is system. Title, we just keep it here. We'll write login, the title, and the font we'll be using Helvetica Neue. Here the text color means the color, we will keep it white, and the background we will change it to the Facebook color. Okay, let me show you how you can get the exact Facebook color. For example, you select your button, you go there, or you can just simply click on it. You can navigate here, you select, and like this. And what I have noticed, in the case with Facebook here, they are using a medium type font and 16 pixels. Okay, so then we have another button which is forgot password. Okay, so here is the button. We'll just drag it here and release. I will name it forgot password. Here I'll select it. We'll go to attribute inspector, and here we will select the last selected color, which is the Facebook color. And this button will font keep custom, and here we'll write medium, and let's resize it. Okay, here how it looks like. Then we will navigate to the bottom part, which is here means create a new account. I select a button. We're doing the same steps, the same like for the login button. And if you have noticed, here there is a frame around it and inside is written register a new account. Okay, so what we will do is we'll here write register new account, and to create a frame around the button, this is we can do programmatically, which we will be doing further. The text color, I will select a Facebook color. Font, I will select a custom one. And here the type of the font or the style we will keep the medium. And 15 I believe we're using here. No, it's 16. Okay, we will use here 16. Okay, and one more trick here. If we go here, we see that here is written, for example, login or create a new account, and these lines. There are different ways to do so. In our case, I will show you the most simplest one. Here we'll write a label. So this is the label which can store any text. I'll just put it here. I'll write here or. I'll make text centered. I will change the font in attribute inspector to the custom one. and I'll just resize it a little bit. Okay, so what we will do next, we will create a separate views, the same like we did for the text fields, in order to store these two lines. We can do that without using UI view, but this can be a little bit complicated for you to do programmatically. So we will do it with the most easiest logic. Okay, so I just search for a UI view object. We just drag it to our scene. I'll go to attribute inspector and I will select a background color in order to let it stand out. Okay, so I will center it, something like this. Okay, so I'll select it once. I will press Command C to copy it and Command V to paste it. And I will just put it from the right side. Okay, so how we can check that this is the exact same gap? So I select left view, hold Alt and drag to OR, and it shows me the distance between OR. The same we do, I select the right view, hold Alt button on my keyboard and drag to the OR, so it shows me the 8 pixels there as well. Okay, so what we have done is we have dragged and we have used different objects in order to manipulate them later on with the coding. Now this is how the dummy version of the object looks like, but definitely we're gonna change each and every object here on our login scene. Okay, so what we will be doing now, we will now try to configure our text fields in the project. Let's go and do this.